To understand this, let's go slightly into the history. Croatia, for the first time, became a nation in 925 AD under King Tomislav. Thereafter, Croatia became a nation in modern shape in 1991. So that's after more than 1,050 years. Currently, there is a population of about 3.8 million in Croatia, and there are about 4 million Croatians outside Croatia living in, say, US, Australia, Germany, and so on and so forth. So this number of about 8 million Croatians is a very closely knit, proud community. So they look this first visit by Indian Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji not merely as India's Prime Minister, but visit by a global leader. So resultantly, they feel visit by Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi is putting Croatia on a global map in a very different respect. So it's a proud moment for them. To understand this, let's go slightly into the history. Croatia, for the first time, became a nation in 925 AD under King Tomislav. Thereafter, Croatia became a nation in modern shape in 1991. So that's after more than 1,050 years. Currently, there is a population of about 3.8 million in Croatia, and there are about 4 million Croatians outside Croatia living in, say, US, Australia, Germany, and so on and so forth. So this number of about 8 million Croatians is a very closely knit, proud community. So they look this first visit by Indian Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji not merely as India's Prime Minister, but visit by a global leader, because they consider Shri Narendra Modi ji as a global leader who in the present unstable times is considered by them as a pillar to bring about global peace. So resultantly, they feel visit by Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi is putting Croatia on a global map in a very different respect. So it's a proud moment for them, and they are eagerly and enthusiastically waiting for this trip.
As a PM is visiting here, this is the first time. So how this relation is going to boost after this visit, as well as if we see the current engagement in terms of free trade agreement with EU nations. So how Croatia is going to play a major role in it?
I think, Nishi, if we look at the current trade numbers between India and Croatia, although it is growing year to year, as of today, the Croatian exports are something like 27 billion, and they are exporting to India just $70 million, which is 0.26%. Croatia is importing goods and services worth $47 billion, and they are importing from India just 380 million, which is 0.67%. So the scope of growth in trade in both directions between India and Croatia is immense. Now, if we look at the EU, currently, as you know, India is the fourth largest economy in the world, and very soon will be the third. So that is possible only if our exports increase manifold. And in that, EU is crucial to us. So already Indian-EU FTA is being negotiated. Croatia is a member of EU since 2013 and member of Eurozone and Schengen since 2023. So this visit will help us find a partner through whom we'll be able to find a more balanced and favorable FTA with EU.
How many kind of engagements, key engagements are there in this visit, as well as how many kinds of MOUs to be signed?
This official visit by Honorable Prime Minister of India has all the engagement which are normally there in any official visit. There are bilateral discussions. There are one-to-one discussions with both the President of Croatia and the Prime Minister of Croatia. There's a visit to Homeland Memorial. There's a walk in the city for having connect with the people. So all those aspects are being covered. This being the first visit by Indian Prime Minister is going to put the bilateral relationship in a different trajectory. And in the decades to come, many new areas will emerge, which probably we can't foresee today. However, specifically, during this visit, 4 agreements are being signed. One is the agreement on agriculture and allied activities, wherein as many as 30 areas of cooperation have been identified, where in the times to come we'll identify specific activities, projects which will lead to exchange of scientific materials, information and personnel. Then a program of cooperation in science and technology is being signed, where both the countries in all the areas of science and technology will identify joint projects, undertake joint research projects. There will be exchange of knowledge, information, personnel, which will lead to joint successes, I'm sure, in the emerging areas of technology, whether it's AI or ICT or pharmacology or oceanography, because they have a coastline of 1,777 kilometers. We have 7,500 kilometers of coastline. So the maritime areas research is going to happen. Then cultural exchange program is being extended for 5 more years, where we are going to witness exchange in all major fields like music, dance, theatre, cultural heritage, museums, archaeology, documentation, audiovisuals, festivals, so on and so forth. And then extension of the already going on Hindi chair in the University of Zagreb. That's going to happen.
In what ways can Croatia support India's IndoPacific strategy, considering position as an EU as well as a NATO member?
See, Indo-Pacific, if we look at, security is one of the areas. But then there are various other areas when we look at the whole region in terms of its prosperity. Currently, it's a scenario of single choice. Single choice leads to less options and dependability. India is going to offer various options in different domains. For example, in space-based applications, in telecom, in digital interfaces and infrastructure, so and healthcare centers. So in these areas, for the entire growth of Indo-Pacific, India offers an option. So Croatia, now in the current unstable times, obviously, is looking at all the options on the global scenario. They are obviously looking at new partners. They have had some not so good experiences with some of the partners, so where India positions well. The people of Croatia have long-lasting relationship with the people of India in terms of experiencing, enjoying and loving Indian culture, Indian ethos, Indian spiritualism. So whatever the Croatian companies are working in India, they have had positive experience. They are looking for expansion, and vice versa. The Indian companies working in Croatia are also finding it positive. Indian migrant workers here are finding it positive. So I feel whether on person-to-person base or organization to organization, there is a connectivity. And now this is going to take a big boost with the visit of Honorable Prime Minister. And in that context, India offers multiple choices beyond a single choice. That's how I look at the Indo-Pacific angle.
As you said that Croatian people loves Indians and India's culture. We see that there is yoga here. Sanskrit is also just taught in the Zagreb University here. How this relationship will boost Dr. PM's this visit?
See, this relationship is going to get a big boost, but let's slightly look at the history of it, because things can't happen overnight. The connect between people of India and people of Croatia goes back more than 500 years. As early as 1530, 1540, from what you know, Dubrovnik, the Latin name of is Ragusa. So 12,000 people from Dubrovnik at that time settled in Goa and built a church in 1563 dedicated to Saint Braz, that is the same Blaise who is considered protector of Dubrovnik. Then in 18th century, Philip Vezdin, a Croatian Carmelite missionary, wrote the first printed Sanskrit grammar, which became one of the fundamental texts to establish a relationship between Indian language and the European language. That's where the Indo-European group comes. And thereafter, there have been many works, there have been connects, which has been constantly happening. Now, in the last many decades, a large number of Croatians have visited different parts of India, be it Rishikesh or Varanasi. They have interacted with different gurus, sects, and people have been going there regularly. As a result of that, today at least 10,000 Croatians practice yoga every day through 250 approximately yoga studios. And similarly, there are about 25 Ayurvedic studios in Croatia being operated by Croatians. These are not the Indians who are doing here, what I am telling you. It's very important. They are the Croatians. They are very high-end, very popular plant-based restaurants. I visited one of those in the island of Brač in Bol. So these people love India, Indian cuisine, Indian culture, Indian ethos. So when you are here for a brief, if you go around the city, I'm sure you will experience how people look towards you with love and affection. So that's what is the basis of our bonding, which I'm sure with the first visit of Indian Prime Minister is going to get a big boost in the decades to come.
The bonding shows that how Indian diaspora is here, residing here and doing well in different sectors. So how this relations in terms of Indian diaspora is going to be just enhanced after this visit?
Rinishji, till about 3 years ago, we had less than 100 Indians in Croatia. In last 3 years, because of the demographic complementarity, a number of Indian workers have come here. They are very happy to be here. They feel absolutely safe to be here. That's very important. And Croatians consider Indians as hardworking, skilled, reliable people, peace-loving people who are adding to their economy. So, and they are looking towards more and more Indian workers coming here in the days to come as their economy grows. So this is the contribution of Indians in the Croatian economy, and they love Indians. That's extremely important. What you see, anywhere you see the Indian workers, they never come to me with a complaint. They always say they're very happy. Wherever they go, they feel at home, and they are asking their friends to come here.
One thing that is very crucial and important as the PM is just visiting here tomorrow. So there is a case in Pahalgam that happened last month when we saw that 26 innocent people were killed by terrorists. That is the handiwork of Pakistan from where this was done. After that, India launched Operation Sindoor. Later on, Indian delegation went to several countries and talked about India's role, India's fight against terrorism. How this visit of India's PM in Croatia and Croatia's support in fight against terrorism will be significant.
Nishji, Croatia itself experienced terrorism, fundamentalism, extremism. When the Pahalgam episode happened, they were shocked. I got messages from a number of Croatians on my personal phone. They expressed solidarity with us. And thereafter, India's measured and restrained response through Operation Sindoor was appreciated by all Croatians. If you talk to anybody on the street, you will find a Croatian endorsing India's approach. They are solidly with India, so they are reliable friends. That's where we have their support, which is required, global support we need to counter terrorism.
News18.com marches way ahead of the Times of India with 38% more users on native and social platforms. Network 18, the undisputed leader of news networks, way ahead of the Times.